Welcome!
Welcome to you.
Welcome to Syria.
Welcome to Syria.
Welcome to the Chevalier.
Welcome to Syria. Hello.
The most welcoming people.
Welcome.
This is going to be my last Syria video for now, and I'm very split in my opinion about Syria.
Hospitality charts on top.
But I'm not split in my opinion about the Syrian people. I love you guys.
I love Syria.
You have shown me hospitality in world class during my 2 visits in your country. And all Syrians around the world deserve a better future.
Okay, happy enjoy.
Before coming to Syria, I wanted to make sure not to receive money from anyone. No state-sponsored trip for me. Even though I know other travel vloggers who went to Syria did this. But for me it was never an option, no matter how big the amount of money would be. My soul cannot be bought, unlike others.
The sad reality.
With that being said, I already knew my visit to Syria would divide opinions. When you think of how many Syrians who cannot go back to their countries safely now. And I respect and listen to all of your opinions and arguments. You are in your full right to express yourself on my page, and I'm also reading through the comments and trying to learn more about the situation in your country, Syria. So thanks for sharing valuable information. All Syrians deserve a voice, they deserve to be listened to, and they deserve basic human rights. I made sure my trip was self-paid so I could talk freely, and it feels good to know that the money I spent in Syria went to the local people's pockets. The Syrian people who chose to stay in Syria and need to feed their families, and not to anyone else. I'm not here to say Syria is safe, because it's not, and more than 50% of the population is living in extreme poverty.
There is difficult things.
It's extremely heartbreaking to see a country which was once so prosperous suffer from war, terrorism and political instability. To walk around the ruins and to imagine it was someone's home. Completely devastating. There is a very famous saying, the most broken people are usually the kindest. And I guess it's the case with Syria. People are so incredibly kind.
Welcome to Syria.
So sweet, so giving, sharing their food and culture with visitors.
I think because of the traditions in here, because if you're not welcoming, people will think that you don't belong in here.
And it really hurts me to know what Syrians have went through since 2011. Because Syria is not fine. More than $120 billion worth of damage. Lots of Syrian people have lost a brother, a sister, a father, or a mother. And I want to express my condolences to you who have lost someone you love. And it hurts so much to know how unfair life can be. My heartfelt prayers and condolences to the families of the victims. Syria also has a collapsing economy. Prices might be cheap in Syria for most of foreigners. However, you need to know this. The average salary in Syria is around $20 a month. There are lots of electricity cuts in the country. And I know that a lot of Syrians are struggling in Syria. And there are also lots of Syrians struggling outside of Syria. People who cannot return to their country because it will be much more dangerous for them to do so than it will be for me to visit Syria. This is completely unfair. There has been war crimes and crimes against humanity, and this should never be forgotten. And all war criminals should be punished. Killing civilians is something God will never forget. I really found myself at a crossroad when making videos in Syria, as I'm always a positive guy who just likes to travel and to talk with the locals in the places I go to. No matter if it's Afghanistan, Iraq, Yemen, Venezuela, or Central African Republic, I travel to meet people and learn about their culture. This is the most important thing for me, and I had to figure out some things before coming to Syria. Did I want to make stories that dwell on the past in Syria, or do I want to look forward to the future? I chose the latter, because Syrians are the most resilient people I've ever met. And they met me with open arms, despite all the difficulties they have went through, and also are going through at the moment. Since 2011, 12.3 million Syrians were forced to flee Syria, with 6.7 million currently internally displaced across the country. I know it's a very tragic situation for many Syrians, but there's also another side of this country that nobody will ever show you. I have been to 182 countries, and those who watch my videos regularly will know I simply just like to mingle with regular people on the ground. And I'm a pretty positive guy everywhere I go. Whether it's US, Iraq, Germany or Syria, People are just people. And I'm so happy to meet lots of friendly people in Syria, because I'm really meeting some of the friendliest and most hospitable people that I've ever met.
Welcome in Syria.
Ikke kun, at der er bomber. Vi er flygtet fra forfølgelser og fysiske tortur og krigen.
But I also want to state that Syria is not a completely safe country. Anyone saying that would be a liar. I feel the pain of Syrians who have lost family members. Syrians who have lost their home. Syrians who go hungry to bed. Syrians who are suffering. Your voice deserves to be heard, and you deserve hope. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of problems and difficulties. But Syrians just have a fantastic ability to make the best out of what they have and always meet you with a smile, even though there might be pain in their hearts. And when I sit here and look back on my 2 visits to Syria and nearly a month spent here, I want to say, the most broken people are usually the kindest. May all war criminals around the world be punished for their wrongdoings. When I've seen what Syria has went through in the last decade, all my problems seem trivial. Syria should belong to all people equally, and Syrians don't deserve more crazy wars. They deserve freedom. Ultimate freedom. Peace is always beautiful, but first, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace.
Syria is beautiful.
The ancient history, the culture.
I had a great time in Syria because of the Syrian people I met. I'm glad to have given Syrian people in Syria my money so they can keep going in the tough times. I travel for
The people.
and I know love is the greatest power on earth. And no one deserves love more than the Syrians who have went through hell the last decade. Really guys, I love you Syrian people. You deserve the best, and tough times never last, but tough people do. Always remember you are braver than what you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. God has a plan with you. To you watching this video, please be a little extra nice to the next Syrian you meet. They really deserve it. I want you to respect Syrians like they have respected me. The Syrian people are some of the kindest in the world. Sad but true when saying the most broken people are usually the kindest. I really hope better things are coming for the Syrians. I hope to see their country beautiful and prosperous like it once was, when it was one of the safest countries in the world many years ago. May Syria bounce back, and may all Syrians be happy and live in peace. I love Syria because of the Syrian people. You are all incredible, and I'm sending love and support to you.
True for me.
And our wash.
Yes, he's such a positive guy, so better support his shop. For you?
So we'll go.
No. It's fine. No. Shukran, my friend. Masalama.
What do you think of the Syrian people? Will you try to be extra nice next time you see a Syrian?
I hope so.
Remember to subscribe to Gus on the Go. See you guys.
Old Damascus. I like Old Damascus. Hospitality is just one thing inside our roots.
It's in the blood. Yeah, because all Syrians are the same. Shukran.
This is the country where you'll hear welcome the most. So welcome to Syria. Welcome.
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 Welcome.